Have here is we have a lovely aristocratic sort of Tuscan wine. So with the Chardonnay, we're looking at something brand new. We're looking at something that's 3 generations old. And here we have a wine from the Antinori family, and they've been making wine since 1183, and that's a good long length of time. You would well hope that you were well into making it at this stage. Although they do point out themselves that although they started wine in 1183, it took them another 200 years to commercialise it. So it was really...
They were shy.
They were very shy. So it was only 1385 that they finally kicked into actually commercialising it. And these are aristocrats. The Piero and the Marchese, or Marquis Antinori, and he's a lovely man and has visited Ireland on a couple of occasions. Extremely very, very nice fellow. And he lives in a rather large palace called the Antinori Palace, which is on Piazza Antinori in the middle of Florence. And I think that's always a good sign when your palace is on a piazza that's named after you and your family.
Yeah.
So all in all, he's probably not going to be a paid-up, card-carrying member of the Marxist-Leninist party of Italy. And rather interestingly, of course, is that this comes through not in the grape flavour here. The snappy grape flavour isn't the primary fruit that you're getting. What we're getting here is all of these rather aristocratic flavours. I would also say to anyone thinking about grapes and why grapes are maybe not the primary flavour you're thinking about when you think about wine, is that the grapes that make wine, Vitis vinifera, are actually quite different indeed. They're tiny, little, they're always very small, and they have much more bitter and tart elements than you might imagine. So on their own, no one would ever really wander towards these as a great fruity experience. It's all about the processing. It's all about making wine and the ferment, the activation of yeast that makes this magical transformation into wine, which we love.
Yeah, this wine tastes posh, actually.
It's a posh wine, isn't it?
And I don't mean that in a negative way at all. It actually is lovely.
So it has this lovely polished element to it. Now, people say leathery. Now, what we mean, I suppose, by leathery is that I certainly don't mean, cowhide is not coming to my mind. What I'm thinking of is a black, brand new black leather briefcase that's very shiny. I mean, I presume if you like, though I'm not interested, but people might be, shoes, people, but a brand new pair of shoes, that kind of smell, but also the look and feel of it, which is part of the sort of mouthfeel in it, and also getting here a creamy, glossy sort of element coming into this wine as well. It's a Sangiovese. Sangiovese is the grape that we make Chianti from, and the Antinoris are very famous, apart from being long-standing and 26 generations there. In the 1960s, they came up with the idea of the Super Tuscan because they invented Tignanello, and his cousin invented Sassicaia.
Yeah. Okay, we better move on to the second film because I've been actually drinking wine too much. All the details of this are on our website, of course. We'll move on to our second film. It's called...